Oh man, I just started a new business. Started trading some stocks to that other business. Ah, I just bought that company. Oh, I fired all of the workers. Ha! Capitalism. One of the best systems ever introduced to man. Not! Video games are so fun. They make us believe that we're people that we are actually not. It's great. It's amazing. Look at me putting on my businessman suit. This game is better than Monopoly. Who knew that Sims Capitalist Edition would be so great? It's selling like hotcakes. Man, I love this game. Oh hey, what's going on? I'm playing this game where I'm controlling a human being and making them do actions that are completely against their own free will. Day in and day out, doing the same thing every single day in and day out, every hour, making a new action that they believe is their own, but is actually the consequence of another human being that is controlling them from beyond the earthly realm that they live in. Welcome to the world of virtual reality and simulations. So, we as humans often like to think that we're special. We think that when extraterrestrial beings arrive on Earth, that they do so because we are the chosen people and that we are great and whatever. There are a lot of theories out there that I am not going to disprove or be the guy who says this is wrong. But what I am going to say is maybe there's some thoughts that go against it. Maybe we're not special. Maybe we're just evil, horrible creatures who are obsessed with misery and terror and making the universe a worse place than it actually is. So the reason why I say all of that is because part of the reason why a lot of us think that we're special is because a lot of us want to believe that maybe this is all fake. That maybe our lives were programmed from the beginning by somebody who saw potential in a hypothetical race of existing creatures that could build society and do all of this other crazy nonsensical stuff. And so this guy, Melvin Vopson, at the University of Portsmouth, has created what he considers substantial evidence to prove that we are living in a virtual reality simulation. Now, I'm going to be telling you what his theory is, and then I'm going to be telling you, if we take it to its most logical conclusion, what it would actually mean. So, Mr. Vopson over here, I don't know if he has a PhD, so I don't know if I should refer to him as doctor. Probably should have looked into that. He says that, basically, and there are a lot of terms that I'm going to try to be summarizing, because of the way that the universe is expanding, without giving up or taking in a lot of heat and entropy, that, along with the fact that genetic mutations, according to Vopson, or Guy Vopson, our main man, or Buddy Vopson, who comes over and plays video games with us all the time, may have gotten this idea from playing The Sims that one time. No, I'm just kidding. He's a real person. He's made a real observation, and we should take it seriously as the internet. So, because of the way the universe moves and genetic mutations, how they move, how the DNA works in our genetic genes, he says that all proves that we are in fact living in a fake reality, that everything around us is virtual, it is a simulation, it has pre-programmed code that regulates what we do and how we think and how we act. And so that has set up this kind of context for the universe and for the world that we live in today. Okay, I basically just explained to you what his theory is. He says that the evidence that he has for it, if in his paper he analyzed COVID-19, and I'm going off of the article and the conversation that talked about his theory, he went off COVID-19 and he talked about how it showed a, what he calls, quote unquote, a unique correlation between the information and the dynamics of genetic mutations. He didn't really elaborate. I mean, he said that, so he says that a super complex universe, if it were a simulation, would require built-in data optimization and compression to reduce the computational power and the data storage requirements to run the simulation. Did you get any of that? Did I get any of that? I just read it and I don't think I get any of it. Basically, he's saying that life is a computer simulation because of the way that our genes work. That's it. That's all he's saying. He's saying that the constant structure of the universe and how it all seems, well, it's always moving, but the way in which it is moving seems constant, and so it must be a simulation run on data. Now, this theory, okay, cool. It's not the craziest fake reality theory I think we've ever seen on the internet. There are some people who probably claim that we're in some alternate, distorted version of the Muppets. And one of the Muppets gave like a cutaway joke and they said, "Hey everybody, let's learn about what life would be like if it was a simulation. This is Kermit, my bad Kermit voice." And then we all go into a simulation where it shows all of us just behind the screen doing whatever we do day in and day out, working a business, working a job at the fast food company, selling drugs behind the fast food company, and doing all of this weird and obnoxious and tedious stuff, showing the human race, or whatever race exists out there, that we are just stupid creatures living in perpetual fakeness. Maybe that's what it is. There could be a theory out there that says something like that, but that is not Bobson's theory, and it seems like he has a lot of evidence that he believes backs this up. Now, I've explained to you why he believes this is so. Do I believe that we live in a simulation? I feel like it would be more obvious if we did. Like, I think there would be signs and symbols that said, this is fake. This is not real. And I feel like it would be hard for a lot of us to have the ability to act in the way that we act. It would be hard for us to really change. You know, a lot of us go through character growth and development. We become new people every single day and every second that we see something. We just mature, we grow, we develop. So I think it would be hard for some kind of AI virtual system to replicate that and show that in a weird, expansive reality. And expansive is the second point, because the universe is constantly moving. So how could a system be able to build this constantly growing sandbox and just make that possible? So I don't believe that it's possible, but if you believe that we live in a simulation, I won't be the one to challenge your theory. I just give my commentary on it. What I will say, though, if we are to assume that it is fake, I believe that would actually make life a lot more interesting. Think about it. If life is a simulation, does that not mean that hypothetically you can do whatever you wanted to? Maybe not sprout wings. Maybe the coding suggests that we as human beings cannot sprout wings because we're humans. You know, you can't just go into a video game unless you hack it. But you can't play a video game normally and just insert something into the game to make it change. Again, unless of course you hack it. But characters have codes, settings have codes, everything has to work in a particular way for the game to work. So if reality were a simulation and we all had coding, we had to act specific to that coding, right? But what if we could hack reality? If this whole reality is a situation, that would mean simulation. That would mean that there would have to be some sort of coding out there that we could access to make us do the most amazing things, like sprout wings, like transform into dinosaurs. If we're so sad that the dinosaurs died, I'm sad. I love dinosaurs. Why do I have to have my only interaction with a dinosaur be through the Morgan Freeman Planet Earth documentary, okay? I love Morgan Freeman. I love his voice. I love that documentary. But come on, man. I want to see the old dinosaur world. I'm tired of waking up every day and looking outside my window and seeing all these people in their buildings. And I'm not always introverted, but sometimes I just see these people in their buildings and I'm just like, you people out there disgust me. You people out there with your dress shirts and your ties and your pants and your jeans, you all just need to go somewhere else. You all just need to move to a different planet. Okay, if we were reality and I could hack this system, I would make it so that I could become a dinosaur. Or actually, I would make it so that I could grow wings and breathe in space. Basically, not live on Earth. Not live on Earth anymore. Give me an infinite supply of smoked tofu and delicious pancakes. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if we could hack the system and make it so that it could fulfill all of our deepest wishes and desires, that would be amazing. And what are some other things you can do with a simulation? First of all, comment your ideas about what we can do in a simulation, not stipulation. But there are other things as well, maybe. Maybe we could address the creator directly. If we took everybody on Earth from all the nations of the world and all the cities and the towns and the villages, and we put them all together in a line and had some kind of sign. We would have to have a sign that says, "Yo, hey, you up there, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I don't like your face. You're not really that great looking. Could probably do with a shave. Maybe grow your hair out a little. I'm mainly just talking to you like that because I have all these insecurities myself and now I'm projecting them onto you. But yay! I don't like that we live in a simulation. I want more dolphins. Dolphins are endangered. I want more dolphins. I want a lot of dolphins. I love dolphins. You guys love dolphins? What am I saying? If we live in a simulation, though, we could do that. We could address the creator and maybe make it so that they could give us more dolphins. Or they could solve world problems like the lack of dolphins in the world. Give us more dolphins that we can make as pets or just be friends with and hang out with at the aquarium and have a good time. Okay, that is what I would put forward if we live in a reality. I would like to address the problem of not having enough dolphins in the world. And I would like to go out and address the creator of this virtual reality, this whole VR simulation, put more dolphins in. Okay, what are some concerns that you would tell the creator of the reality so that he could make it a reality? Have them exist in our world. What is something that, if we do live in a video game, in a Sims-like universe, that you could ask for and be like, if anything is possible, I would like this. A dragon, some zombies, if you want to go into your Zombie Slayer Walking Dead mode, some more trees, because we love trees, we love nature. You have an army of pet deer. Have some pet deer that fight for you. Deer are pretty docile creatures, though, so I don't really know how well they would be in combat. But you see what I mean, right? Just, comment below or post on social media with the tag to this video saying, if we lived in a virtual reality simulation, what would you wish for from the creator? How would you hack the game in a way that you could make it fulfill whatever deepest, darkest desire you wanted? Darkest has some dark connotations to it. Hopefully don't wish for some weird stuff, okay? Keep that to yourself. You have some skeletons in your closet, keep those skeletons in there. I don't know how many of us want to see them loose and on the street. Skeletons can be scary. Also kind of adorable sometimes, but also kind of scary. I don't know, I'm going back and forth on this. You all let me know. Excuse me. Do I have the time? Yo, excuse me, I'm talking to you. You have the time? Man, I wonder what I'm going to have for lunch today. I heard Popeyes has that new chicken sandwich out now. I'm so hungry right now. Yo, man, come on, I'm talking to you. Hey, what's going on, man? Why do you keep tapping my shoulder like that? I have a question I need to ask you. Okay, well, what's your question? I love you. You want to get something to eat sometime? You look pretty good. Saw you over there. That party over there. You look pretty good. I live across the street, and I just wanted to let you know that. Yeah, I thought you looked pretty good, and I'm pretty handsome myself. I don't mean to brag. So, what do you say? You want to go out sometime? You want to get something to eat? Yeah. Let me get back with you on that. I'm gonna walk that way. Okay, I'm just gonna walk that way. Oh, okay. You just let me know. All right. You just let me know. That guy could definitely go for asking the creator of this VR simulation to give him, some type of tool to increase his date game. Maybe like a good pickup line. Like, what's something? I see you drop your number. Do you mind giving it to me? That was terrible. Maybe I need help. Yo, virtual reality guy, can you give me some help with my pickup line game? I'm never going to use it. Oh, maybe he doesn't like me. Okay, well, I don't like him either.